It's on, so don't sweat. Alright. Unbelievable. Thank you, thank you.
Merci.
Alright guys, how are we?
Very good.
Fantastic.
Amazing.
Unbelievable.
Let's really,
Let's repeat that again.
that was
That was terrible.
Excuse me.
Hang on. Sorry.
Let's try that again. How are we all?
Terrific.
No, wrong word.
Now I know I'm winning.
Now someone
We have to pick one word. We can't all say different words.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
I
That's
was
what
doing
you
this
said.
seminar and listen to like we all
It's Alright. Let's get started, guys. Okay. So tonight we're gonna talk about knowing your numbers.
Oh no. No.
Knowing your
Hey,
numbers.
it's okay.
That's a good heading to write down. No? Let's write that as a heading. Knowing your numbers.
Do we have a Herbalife book yet?
Okay? So it's really important to know your numbers because this business is simple mathematics actually. Okay? And so first of all, who's booked for Adelaide? Put your hands up nice and high. Who's booked for Adelaide? Okay.
And they all made a soldier promise to Faisal. They said, sir, yes, sir.
Okay. So here's the first note. If you're serious about your financial future, tomorrow morning, I don't care what you got planned, you've got to ring Herbalife office and place your order for your entrance ticket for Adelaide. It's now 1:55. So, that's why we keep saying, book early, book early. Now you're going to pay more for the same training, for those of you who haven't booked. Okay? Yes, sir.
You have to pay with a MasterCard or savings account.
You can pay however you want. Herbalife doesn't care as long as they get the money. Okay? So, you can transfer money to them, you can whatever.
You can do it online.
You can do it online, of course. So tonight, yes, even better, book it tonight. Okay? Here's what you've got to always be thinking, guys. If you guys are serious about changing your PIN, you've got to be thinking, if I had a team, even if you don't have a team yet, if I had a team, would I, like my distributors, give me excuses for not booking their tickets? So you've got to lead by example, okay? No matter what, you've got to do things first. You know, as soon as they announce Spectacular, we'll probably be one of the first people to book the tickets, okay? I've already booked my ticket for Paris. I've booked the tickets already, okay? So there's no excuse if you're serious about wanting to build a successful business. You've got to be the best leader first. Even if you don't have a team yet, you've got to start thinking like this. Okay? So, let's talk about knowing your numbers, alright? Now, the real focus is Adelaide right now. And the amount of people you bring to Adelaide will determine your PIN. I promise you that. Okay? Because when you get your people to see the bigger picture of what you've already seen, if you've already seen an event, it's going to grow your business a lot quicker. All I've done for the last 10 years is keep bringing people to the meetings, the trainings, the events. Because instead of me trying to educate my people, I let everybody else educate my people. It takes pressure off me because my team never listen to me anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay? And that's normal in this business, by the way. Your team will never listen to you, but they'll always listen to someone else, even though you tell them the same thing. Okay? So, Adelaide is not a question. First thing, by tonight or tomorrow morning at the latest, when I ask this question in the next few days, I want to make sure that all of you have got your ticket. If you haven't got your ticket, here's what it tells me. That you're not serious about this business. And if you're not serious about this business, do yourself a favour, don't waste your time, don't waste our time, because we're serious, we're moving. Okay? You have to understand that we are on the express train, and there's no stops. It's from here to President's Team, from whatever position you're at. Okay? And if you want to get to President's Team, you better jump on the train and do everything we tell you, otherwise get off the tracks. Because we're going. We're going with or without you. You have to understand this company is exploding bigger and faster than ever before. I just got back from Malaysia, as you all know, and the Spectacular in Malaysia is going to have 15,000 Malaysians in it. Okay? Malaysia is only 6 years old with Herbalife. Australia's been around for 30 years, and we're going to have between 2,000 to 3,000. So it shows you we've got a lot of work to do right here. Okay? Same population, so there's no excuse. Okay? We've got more obese people in Australia than they do have in Malaysia. So what's our excuse? We're not working hard enough. We're not talking to enough people. Okay? So that's why I want to do this session about knowing your numbers, because if you know your numbers and what you need to do to change your PIN, you'll find the business really simple. Okay? Alright. So, who wants to go Get Team by early next year? Okay? Only 3 people. The rest of you don't want to go Get Team. You want to go Get Team?
Do I have to skip?
Mate, you
say
can skip
yes.
whatever. But the first step is Get Team. I'm going to talk about all positions anyway. Okay? But who wants to go Get Team by Extravaganza? Put your hand up nice and high. Okay, most of you. Jamel, what's happening? You happy where you are? Okay. Okay. But whatever the reasons are, it doesn't have to stop you from getting it. Yes, we all have reasons. Believe me.
She hasn't listened to their conflict business.
Okay, no problem. So, if you want to go Get Team by Extravaganza, here's what you're focused on. You need 20 distributors in your business to be in the Spectacular. You need 20 distributors in your 3 levels to be in the Spectacular by January. Okay? If you want to go Get Team. Now, can you do it with less than that? Yes, you can, but you're probably pushing the volume too hard with less distributors. I'm being realistic, and I'm telling you from experience, 10 years of it, that you need the numbers of people at the Spectacular. Here's what the exciting thing is for all of you. For anybody to attend the Spectacular, all they need to be is a distributor in Australia, which other countries they have to be supervisor, by the way. So we're quite lucky that we don't have to have everybody a supervisor to be at this event. Okay? I promise you, if you bring 20 distributors to Spectacular,
Sorry, Bridget, is that Adelaide, or is that?
yeah, Adelaide Spectacular.
Yeah.
Adelaide Spectacular is in January, right? 18th to the 20th. I promise you, if you bring 20 distributors to Spectacular, that by Extravaganza, Extravaganza will be in June in Bangkok.
Bangkok, when is that announced?
At the STS you weren't at on Sunday.
So, that's why I never missed an event. So, if you're wanting to be pinned on stage as a Get Team member
My actors.
in Extravaganza, you need to make sure you've got 20 distributors in the Spectacular. Why? Because 90 days it takes to finish Get Team. Yes? So if you've got 20 people in January in Spectacular, that means February, March, April, which is close to 90 days, it's actually June, so you've actually got 120 days in this case, okay? You can change your PIN. You'll be Get Team. Okay? So here's what you need to now do. You now know the number of how many distributors you need. The first question is, how many distributors do I have? Okay? So, your number at the moment, any distributors that are actively working in your business.
First level?
First 3 levels.
Ah, okay.
I'm talking first 3 levels. Now here's what I do. I always focus on getting frontline enough people. I never focus on what my distributor is going to bring because I can't rely on everybody, and I'm not going to leave their financial future, my financial future, in their hand. I'm taking control of my financial future. Make sense? So you need 20 distributors in a spectacular. Okay? So what you should do is, number one, find out how many of your distributors have actually booked for spectacular. That's the first question. Because the ones that are coming to the spectacular are the ones that are serious about the business. Anybody that's not coming to spectacular, don't waste your time with them. My professional opinion, don't waste your time with them. Okay? Because these people, all they'll do is they'll hang around, they'll do a little bit of volume here and there, but they're not going to really build a business. Now I'm going to be really strong and upfront with you guys tonight. Because like I said, the express train is moving. And you're either jumping on board or you're getting off the track. Okay? So 20 distributors you want in spectacular. I don't care what the reasons are, you got to be there. If it's got to have an operation at the time, postpone the operation. If your partner's not supportive, huh? Hey, well, there's people who've divorced their partner, and there's people who've done against their partner, and they went president's team, and then they said to their partner, "See, I told you." Yeah. Raquel Cortez in Singapore. Yeah. So don't let anybody steal. I know it's harsh what I'm saying, but you need to understand, if you're serious about your financial future and making a lot of money in Herbalife, this is what needs to happen. Okay, I'm not telling you to divorce your husband or wife or whatever. Okay?
Or kill them.
Okay? Or kill her or whatever. So you need, guys, you need to have the number. Okay, now here's what you do. I'm going to give you an example. Let's say you have, at the moment, only 4 distributors coming. Okay, let's say, because it's probably a realistic number for some of you. Okay, that means you need another 16. Yes? I'm going to show you how to get the 16 between now and January to make sure that you have 20 in the spectacular. Sounds good?
Sounds amazing.
Unbelievable.
Yes, Selwyn.
Is it possible if you have 0?
Absolutely.
Sweet.
The same mathematics will apply whatever your number is. I'm just going to give you how you would calculate it. Because you guys need to know, like I gave you the heading, knowing your numbers. You need to know the numbers in this business. Because if you don't know the numbers, you're not kidding me, you're not kidding anybody else, you're kidding yourself. Okay? So how to know your numbers? Let's say I need 16 more to come to spectacular, to go get 10. Okay? Now, I know 1 in 10 people join the business. Yes? That's a worldwide average. Okay? So if I know 1 in 10 people join the business, and I know I need 16 more, so that means 16 by 10 is 160 people. Yes? Okay. 160 people. We are now in November. We've still got December. We've got half of November still. We've got December and half of January.
Oh,
so it's 2 months.
8 weeks.
So divided by 2 months is 80 people a month. Yes? 80 people a month. If you only work 20 days a month, okay? You're talking to 4 people a day. It's not that hard, is it? It's not that hard. The numbers isn't hard. The biggest problem is we look at this number and we go, we've got to talk to a lot of people. But if you do it day by day, it's nothing. It's 4 people a day. Now, what are you talking to the 4 people a day about? It has to be about the business if you want distributors. Here's the problem I'm seeing with a lot of distributors right now. They're too focused on retail, not focusing anything on recruiting. If you want to get rich in this business, you've got to recruit. Because if you're not recruiting, if you're just relying on retail, you're going to make good money. I'm not saying you're not going to make good money. You're going to make good money retailing. But if you want to become financially free and wealthy, you have to recruit people. I had this conversation with one of the distributors today. And they said, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. I'm doing a little bit of retail, I'm doing a little bit of recruiting. And I said, well, you're doing the right thing. Because you've got a balance happening in your business. Okay? When I first started in the business, I was $1 million in debt. I had every reason just to focus on retail initially. But I didn't. I used 10% of my time out of the 90% of my time. So 10% on retail, 90% on recruiting. Sorry, the other way around. 90% on retail initially, because I needed the money, and 10% on recruiting. As my cash flow got better and better, I started changing the odds. Because I knew I wasn't going to get rich from retail. So I started going 80-20, 70-30, 60-40, 50-50. Until I converted it right around to be 10% retail, 90% recruiting. I still retail. But I know for me to get rich, to go president's team, I need to recruit. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't matter what your financial situation is at the moment. You still need to do some recruiting in your business every single day. Okay? So if you're making it your goal to talk to 10 people a day, and you're saying, but I need the cash right now, well, okay, I'm telling you, do 9 people retail, 1 person recruit a day. It's a start. But don't say, oh, I just need the cash and that's all you focus on, retail, retail, retail. Guess what? If you're just retailing, you're forever just going to retail. And the business is going to become too hard. And you don't want the business to become too hard. You guys aren't here to make a few $1,000s. You're all here to get financially free, yes?
Yeah.
You're here to get rich. You did not get in Herbalife to just do okay. You were doing okay before Herbalife. Weren't you? You were all managing somehow before Herbalife. But you all got involved in Herbalife to change your financial goals and dreams. Yes? So we've got to start recruiting, guys. And I'm telling you, if you really want to make money in this business, here's the magic number minimum. 10 distributors a month. 10 distributors a month. Why? Because if you're doing 10 distributors a month, we know 1 in 5 goes supervisor, which means you'll get 8,000 volume from 2 supervisors, and you'll get a couple of 1,000s from a couple of success builders. You'll do 10,000 plus volume points a month. That's the minimum. Because if you're not doing that, it's going to take you a lot longer to build your business. Okay? Now, I don't know about you, but none of us are getting any younger. We want to get the job done and enjoy the rest of our lives. Yes? We want to be able to go on the holidays without worrying about money. You want to be on the boat sunbaking and knowing, hey, I'm getting paid for sunbaking. How unbelievable is this? Yes? Makes sense? So we've all got to focus on things. And that's why Herbalife puts all these promotions to give you a focus. Something to chase in your business. And if you're not chasing the vacation, you're not in the game. You've got to be in the game. You're either going to play the game or not going to play the game. Okay? So chase the vacation. Okay? I think I'm already at about 30,000 or nearly 40,000 volume points towards a vacation. Okay? And I have more excuses than you. I was in Malaysia for a week. There's one excuse, you know, and then I can say, you know, this person didn't do what I expected him to do. Everybody's got excuses. Cut out all the excuses. If you want to get rich, don't make excuses. Don't make excuses for missing a training. Don't make excuses for missing a meeting. Okay? I mean, you watch what's going to happen. You saw the numbers tonight in this office. This office is starting to get out of control. And we're just starting. You have to understand. It took us 2 years to build Malvern to where it is today. It took us 2 years. Can you imagine what's going to happen in this office within 2 years? This office is going to be too small for us. It really, really is. I mean, Salvador, how many guests did you have tonight? 7 guests. A brand new guy.
Give me my class.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't prepare it, it just happened.
But you spoke to all these people, and that's why they came. So he's talking to people, and that's why he's building his business. Okay? Patrick's been in the business for 3 or 4 weeks now. He's nearly finished 10,000 volume already this month. We're only halfway through the month, guys. Okay? Michael's at like 5,000-6,000 this month. Okay? So you've got to be actively talking to people. The problem is we're not talking to enough people. Okay? So now you've got the mathematics. This is simple mathematics, guys. You've got to know these numbers. 1 in 10 people join your business. That's the worldwide average. Okay? Some of you are actually better than that number. Some of you are probably recruiting 1 in 3 or 1 in 4 or 1 in 5. Okay? But even if you're really bad at this business and you recruit 1 in 10, you're still going to get rich. If you're talking to enough people every day. And the key is the consistency. Here's the biggest problem that a lot of distributors do. They talk to 5 people today, they'll go talk to nobody for the next 3 days. And then they'll go talk to 10 people that day and talk to nobody for a whole week. The key is the consistency. Okay? I can show you from my gate sheets, every day, minimum 10 people a day I talk to. Because I track my results. Okay? And it's important that if you really want to build your business, you need to control your gate sheets. Your gate sheets is like a financial report. Any big company in the world asks for a financial report. Okay? If Coca-Cola, if I wanted to buy shares in Coca-Cola, I want to know what their financial report is. Because I want to see how much money they're turning over yearly, I want to know how many reps are working, I want to know the insides and outs. And it's no different in Herbalife. You know, Salvador, what you need to do, I mean, you had 7 guests tonight. What you've got to do is go home and go, okay, how many people did I actually invite to get the 7 guests tonight? And if you invited 10 and 7 show, well, you know 7 out of 10 people actually show to a meeting. And that's your conversion. Okay? But I might not be as good as Salvador. Maybe I invite 10 and I get 1. So I know, okay, well, I'm getting 1 out of 10. I have to get better in what I'm saying to the people so I can get 2 or 3. You don't have to compare yourself with anyone in this business, okay? Which is really, really important as well, because if you compare, it can lead to despair. Okay? Oh, why is this people getting all these guests and I'm inviting more than them? If you start comparing, you'll be despaired in this business. And I went through that at one stage in my business, you know, especially with what's happening in Malaysia. You know, there's people now in Malaysia making more money than me, and we're the ones that taught them. Interesting, isn't it? So at one stage in my business, I said to Wayne, I don't understand it. I'm doing everything right, and here's all these people just flying past me. President's team, 15K president's team, 20K president's team, and I'm thinking, what am I doing wrong? And he said to me, you're not doing anything wrong. But stop comparing. Don't compare yourself to anybody, because we're all different human beings. We have different characteristics and what have you. Okay? So now that you know your numbers, this can happen for any position in the marketing team. I've just given you the number for Get Team. Now, you can actually go Mill Team by Extravaganza if you want. Okay? The magic number for Mill Team I'm telling you, if you get 55 distributors to the Spectacular, and I'm using the Spectacular as an example, by the way. You might say, hang on, I'll go Get Team from Spectacular to Extravaganza, and then I'm planning it to go Mill Team from Extravaganza to World Team School. It doesn't matter, I'm showing you the power of each event. It's from event to event that we're working. Okay, so the amount of people you bring to the events will always grow your business a lot quicker. Okay, here's a philosophy that's said in Herbalife. It said, for every person you bring to a Herbalife event, after that, on average, they'll produce $1,000 a month in your paycheck. For every person you bring to an event, they're going to be worth at least $1,000 a month in your paycheck. So if I bring 10 new people to Spectacular, okay, that means my income is going to go up by an extra $10,000 a month within 90 days. Okay, yes, sir.
Does it matter what position you're in?
It doesn't matter what position you're in. Okay, this is a worldwide average. Obviously everybody gets the supervisor because they know that's the smartest position. Just like you did, you just went bang, straight soup, yeah? So that's the smartest position to be in. But now you've got to be smart with how you're building your business, bringing people to the events. That's why you guys not having booked your ticket yet is a question mark already. It's like, hang on, what are you waiting for? The price just went up. You could have bought it $30 cheaper and you didn't. Why?
Because they're rich.
You like spending more money? Hey, give it to me, no problem. I'll take it, no problem. You know, give Herbalife the 125, give me the other 30, I'm happy. No problem. We're trying to help you guys save money and pay for something up front that you're going to pay for anyway and save money. Make sense? Because you're all going to come if you're serious about your business. So now that you know you want 55 distributors in your business to go Millionaire Team. So this is to go Millionaire Team.
Is that on top of your 20?
No. This is in
all
replace. This is all up. Okay? So if you're going to bring 55 people to a Herbalife event, and I'm using, again, the Spectacular as an example. You might say, hang on, I'm planning to go Mill from Extravaganza to World Team School. That's fine too. Whenever you're planning it, you need to know the mathematics is always the same. Okay? Let's change this a little bit. I mean, you pretty much know how to calculate this, right? Let's finish this for a second. 55, let's say you've got 4 distributors at the moment, which means you need 51. Yes? 51. 1 in 10 people join your business, means you need 510.
Divided by 2, 220.
What is it?
230. 225. 230. Half of 500 is 250. 255.
Thank you.
So you don't even know how to count.
255, right? Working only 20 days a month. I'm not even saying the full 30. Okay? Which is how much for it?
Calculate this, everyone who laughed at me. Wait, I'll ask my mobile.
Ask your mobile.
Yeah.
11.
I'll ask Google. He knows everything. 255 divided by 20.
12.
12.75. I need 12
Say
and
13
3/4 of a person.
13 people a day. How much are the guys in New Zealand? How many people a day are they talking to?
Use.
100.
Use. Use
100.
tane ko na siya laban.
They're talking to 100 people a day, and all we're saying is talk to 13 people every day, and you can go Mill Team between Spectacular and Extravaganza. Yes, Ella.
It doesn't hurt you to speak with people.
No.
It just builds up confidence.
Okay. Absolutely. Here's where it hurts.
When I say,
Can I tell you where it hurts?
where?
And I'm sure all of you feel this. As human beings, we don't like to be rejected.
Especially if you're.
That's right. You used to verbal.
And be rejected
Pull,
over
pull,
and
pull.
over and
I
over.
reckon men's can do it better.
You know what? That's what, but hang on, if that was true, why are most successful people in Herbalife women?
For example, the number one distributor in the world.
Most of the chairman's club are women.
You're smarter.
Alright, so now we're being like
No
They
confidence.
got it.
I don't have to respond to that. So if they're smarter, why are we still
I don't.
world team?
Oh! Emma, what is he saying?
But I'm very young. I've been in the business for 6 months.
Yes, and there's people. I'm telling you, there was this couple up on stage when I was in Malaysia. I was a guest speaker on the Sunday in an STS, and there was another couple that was a guest speaker as well from Malaysia. They're 23 and 24 years old.
That's me.
23 and 24 years old. They've only been in the business for 4 years, and they're just done their first month presidents. 23 and 24 years old. It's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling. So the difference is, it's got nothing to do with your age, your sex, your race, your colour. It's got to do with how many people you're talking to. Okay? We all deal with rejection. And we all hate rejection. Yes? Nobody likes rejection. But if you want to become a president's team, get used to it.
Because you're going to get rejected many more times.
You know the only difference between you and a president's team? The president's team's just being rejected more than you. That's the only difference. The president's team doesn't take it personally. You do. Here's how I want you to picture it. Let's say you go to a coffee shop and you order a coffee and you finish your cup of coffee and the waitress comes up to you and says, "Would you like another coffee?" And you say no. Is the waitress going to walk away and say, "Oh, that's all my coffee"? You got to think about it like this. You got to think about it like this, guys. Because you actually get paid for even the people that tell you no. You need to understand this. So if we know 1 in 10 people join our business, here's the game I play at home. Draw up 10 faces, and every time somebody says no, you go, "Thank you very much, I just got paid on you." But you didn't get paid on it. Because I know by the time I get to the 10th person, I know this person's going to buy or join my business. So in actual fact, I got paid on the 9 that said no before them and made all the money from the 1. And if you start playing games like this, it's all about attitude. This whole business is about attitude.
I just recruited the You're Wealthy guy.
What?
You know the You're Healthy guy? The guy that came in trying to recruit me into You're Healthy.
Oh, so she just recruited. So you have to understand, it's all about the numbers, guys. You get paid for people saying no to you, and you get paid for people saying yes to you. And if you think about it like that, you're going to get rich. But if you keep getting disappointed with everybody who says no to you, and you don't get over the disappointment quickly, you're in trouble. Now, we all go through it because it's part of our growing in Herbalife, yes?
Mm-hmm.
So, here's the reality. When we're all new in the business, the first few no's we really take to heart. We get so upset. I'm sure this person was going to buy the product. I'm sure this person was going to join my business. And we get upset for days, maybe even weeks, and some people even months.
Get along. Oh, she's a...
But here's the reality. if you keep talking to more and more people every day, you won't get disappointed for as long. You'll get more excited about the people saying yes than the people saying no. I actually, when I talk to prospects on the phone, and they don't come to a meeting, I say, look, I'm just ringing up. I just want to know, are you serious? Yeah. Look, you had an appointment with me. I just want to know, because if you're not serious, I want to take you off my list. If you're serious, great. I'm interviewing again on this day. And if you don't show, I'm not going to ring you again. See, you have to be strong with the prospects. The difference between your attitude and my attitude is I don't care if I lose them. I'd rather lose them before they join my business so they don't waste my time. Whereas, because I talk to enough people every day. But because you don't talk to enough people every day, if you lose one, it feels like you've lost everything. Make sense? Because you don't have enough people to talk to every day. And that's the difference. Do I get disappointed when a prospect doesn't show? I had 10 people invited yesterday's STS. 10 people. Guess how many showed?
One.
None.
Oh.
None.
Where's the one in Penn?
I had 0 prospects yesterday at the STS. And what an STS to miss out too.
It was the best one.
Yes? Was I upset?
Alright.
Yes, I
Yes,
was.
for a couple of minutes.
For 30 seconds. But I was over it. You need to understand, you've got to get over it. Just get over it. The quicker you get over it, the quicker your business moves forward. If you sit there worrying and being upset for so long, it's going to take you a lot longer to build this business. Don't make it painful, guys. This is meant to be a fun, simple, magical business. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So let's have fun with it. Let's get better at the invitations. Invitation to what? A presentation. We've been through this before. Your job is not to give people information. Your job is to get good at inviting people, full stop. That is all your job is. Now, how do you invite people? Well, you've got to do some methods to generate inquiries. Whether you're doing flyers, walk and talk, internet ads, whatever it is, your circle of influence, etc. Whatever it is, to make sure that you're talking to minimum 10 people a day. I don't care what you do. If I'm telling you now, if you're speaking to less than 10 people a day, it's going to take you a lot longer to get to presidents. Trust me. I know. Trust me, I know. I'm working harder now than I have in 10 years. Why? Because when I got to Get Team, I got lazy. I was making enough money. When I got to Millionaire Team, it became even harder. Because you make more money. But here's what I do know. In the 10 years I've been in the business, if there's ever a time to get serious, it's right now. Because Herbalife is bigger and stronger than ever before. And it's only going to keep getting stronger. And Herbalife Corporate's got some amazing ideas that they're going to implement over the next 6 to 12 months that will get us all to President's Team in no time if we're working.
Can I ask, with the 20 distributors
Yeah.
to Spectacular, what's the best method to be using to recruit distributors and present Spectacular at the same time?
Right.
You know.
So the presentation is just giving the invitation to the presentation. However look, everything works, guys. Whatever you're doing for methods works. If you're not working, it won't work. Oh, which one's better? Flyers? It all works. I still do flyers. Why? Because it works. I still do ads in papers. Why? Because it works. Everything works as long as you work.
But how do you promote
Spectacular. Great. You don't.
Okay.
You don't.
Just get them here.
That's where the meetings come in, guys. Because what do? You know, you get Shiraz up here and he says, I went to an event similar to what's happening in January this year called Spectacular, and from what I learned from that event, I made $3,500 in 2 weeks. So your job is not to pitch people to do anything. You let the meetings do everything. Even the presentation of the HOM, your job is not really to pitch the person to join your business. But the person will want to join your business because they heard the testimonies and what's happening to other people in the business. Make sense? The power is the meetings. It's not you. It's the meeting. I am not good. I promise you, I'm not good at what I do. I am not good at what I'm doing. I'm telling you up front. But what I am good at is bringing people to the meetings. And because I bring people to the meeting tells them, you need to be a supervisor. I don't tell them to go supervisor. The meeting tells them. Because Bernard's up here saying, the best position is supervisor. So what's my guest thinking? Got to go supervisor. The meetings tell them to go to Spectacular. So my guest says, what's Spectacular? And I say, well, you just got to come. It's $155. It's a weekend away. You're going to get trained by multi-millionaires from our company. Come and have a look. And the events is what changes people's lives. Michael, Linda's son, Michael, 2 weeks before Macau, I said to him, Michael, are you serious about your financial future? You need to come to Macau. And he was arguing with me, oh no, I got the car wash, I got this, I got that. And I said, look, very simple. You don't come, I don't work with you. So you either come, or I don't work with you. Now if you want to make money, I'm telling you, you have to come to Macau. And he made a decision only a few days before Macau, okay? He could have given me plenty of excuses. I've got the car wash to look after. I've got my DJ business to look after. I've got my wife and kids to look after. And he made a decision just a few days before that event, and at the beginning of the event, by the first day, he came up to me and he said, thank you so much for pushing me to come along. Because the event does all the hard work for you. You need to understand that. So you understand the numbers now? Yes? If you want to go president's team, guess what? You can all go president's team if you want to. And the magic number for president's team is 120. Now I'm not talking about you getting this front line, by the way. This is all in your 3 levels. But what would I do? This is what I would do. This is what Roger Shahata would do. He would look at his numbers and says, okay, I've only got 4 distributors coming so far. I want to get another 116. I have 2 choices. Wait for my team to do it, or I go do it myself. And I would prefer to go do it by myself. Because I don't want anybody to control my financial future. And that's how you guys have got to think if you want to make a lot of money quickly. Okay? And it's simple mathematics from there, guys. It's not that hard. The only key to it all is being consistent with the people you talk to every day about the business. I promise you, Salvador, if you keep doing what you're doing and even turn it up a little bit, between Spectacular and Extravaganza, you can go get team. Brand new in the business. I promise you, you can. And it's not easy for me to give promises if it's something I don't believe that is possible. I know it's possible. Okay? Can you do it on less? Yes, you can. But it's not stable. I'm giving you the numbers for stability. I want you to get team and make sure you've got a stable get team check of 5,000 to 15,000 a month in royalty income. Can you make 5,000 to 15,000 just selling the products? Yes, you can. But it's hard work. It's hard work. You don't want to work hard. You want to work smart. Okay? Even Ali, even Ali and I, when we first got started in Herbalife, because we needed the money so much, we'll focus on the retail sales, like I said. You know, before we went Get Team, we were making $10,000 a month profit just from selling products. We were making a sale a day, sometimes even some days 2 sales a day. But we were working like maniacs. We were working like maniacs. Early mornings, late nights, activity, just non-stop. And then the follow-ups, oh, imagine looking after 45, 50 customers, 60 customers. It's hard work. So here's all you need, guys. You need to understand another number. 20 to 30 customers is all you need. That's all you need. If you just get good at having 20 to 30 customers yourself and teaching people to have 20 to 30 customers, you can change your PIN quite quickly. Okay? Because the reality is, I mean, I've given you here pretty much the worst case scenario. And I'd rather work on worst case because if you achieve your goals quicker, then you come to me and say, Roger, you told me I have to bring 20 to the spectacular and go to Get Team, and I only brought 10 and I still went Get Team. And I'll say, that's great. I'd rather you be happy, but I'd rather you work on the worst case numbers of how many you need to bring to the events. Okay? Because when you do that, it builds a stable ship. Make sense? Okay? So, here's the reality, and you've all got this in your welcome book, in your black bag, in your IBP. The reality is, if you only brought 2 people and taught them to look after 20 to 30 customers. So you look up, first you've got to lead by example. That's what a leader does. If you're looking after 20 to 30 customers, that means you're doing minimum 2,500 volume. Minimum. Okay? Now my opinion is you never get rich with 2,500 volume points if you want to build your business quickly. Okay? But the magic in the numbers is if you do 2,500 volume points, looking after 20 to 30 customers, and you just teach 2 people to look after 20 to 30 customers. Just 2. I'm not asking you to find 100. I'm asking you to find 2. 2 people looking after 20 customers each. And they find their own 2 people to do the same. And they find their own 2 people to do the same each. Everybody is just looking after 20 customers. So everybody's doing 2.5 each, right across. Do you know that is a Get Team check? Because 2.5, you only need 8 people in your organisation doing 2.5 to make 20,000 organisational, correct? See? If that's divided by 8 people, it's 2,500 volume points each. 2, 6, you only need 8. I've given you more here than 8. And you go Get Team. And everybody's just looking after 20 to 30 customers. It's not that many. Can everybody find 20 to 30 customers? Everybody can. Everybody can. If you're talking to enough people every day. So that's the key. Do you know by just adding 1 extra person? Oh, by the way, do you know this one will pay you about $4,500 in royalties? And all you've done is find 2 people. Now, it might not be the first 2 people you bring into business. You might have to recruit 20 to find the 2 serious ones just to look after 20 to 30 customers. You might have to bring 50 to find the 2 serious ones. Here's a good way to calculate how to find serious one. Everything is at 10% ratio. 1 in 10 people join your business. 1 in 5 people actually go supervisor. We know that from statistics. Working 1 in 10 goes supervisor. Working 1 in 10 supervisors that actually join your business will actually do the business. Because there's people who go supervisor and do nothing. And you never see them again. And you go, what happened to that guy? They went straight to supervisor, bought the stock, and I don't see him. Who's had that in their business? If you haven't, you'll get it. You have to understand, you'll experience all different things in your business. How many of you had a distributor that quit the business? How many of you had a customer that quit the business? Great, so you're in business so far. How many of you had a success builder that quit the business? How many of you have had a supervisor quit the business? How many of you had a world team member that quit the business? How many of you had a get team member that quit the business? I've had 3. I've had 3 get team members quit my business.
How does that alter your status?
It doesn't, because everything else under it comes back up.
Oh, okay.
That's the beauty about our marketing plan. You always get paid on 3 levels. You always get paid on 3 levels. That's why we always teach in this business what? Build wide and deep. See, your business, you have to look at your business and say, what's my business look like?
It looks amazing.
If your business looks like this, you're in trouble.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, what is
That's you.
And there's no one.
That's you. And these are your supervisors.
That's your dad.
So if you want to draw the supervisors, I'm saying if your business looks like that, so you've only got a couple of front line, and then they're the ones that are duplicating, but you haven't gone wide enough, so it looks like a bit of a pyramid, you're in trouble. Why? Because these guys are always going to make a lot more money than you ever will from their business. Okay? If your business looks the other way around, if your business looks like this, you're in trouble. Because it means you're getting good at frontline recruiting, but your distributors aren't duplicating you.
Oh, bad teacher.
So it's not a bad teacher, it's actually the bad student.
Bad students.
What does Jim Rohn say? He says, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So if you've taught your distributors the best you possibly can, and they're not coming to the meetings, they're not coming to the trainings, they're not recruiting, then you're in trouble. Here's what your business should look like. That's what your business should look like. It should be wide and deep. So have a look at your business where it is today. This is a reality check for everybody. Like I said, I'm telling you, I'm so focused on prayers right now, it's not funny. I know I'm going to have my best month ever this month. There's no question about it. I'm going to have my biggest month ever in the 10 years I've been in the business. Because I know right now on my statement I have about 100 people every month. I only got to find 20 more to change my pen. 20 more serious people. Okay? So that's why I'm being tough with you guys tonight, because I care. It's enough excuses, because it's not getting you where you want to go. Understand? It's just an excuse. Oh, I couldn't come to the SDS on Sunday because I had to babysit this person. Excuse. get rid of all excuses, guys, if you're serious about getting rich with this business. Enough with the excuses. You want to get rich? Here's what you got to do. 2 meetings a week minimum. Why does Roger and Ali come to 4 or 5 meetings a week? They're millionaires. They don't have to. They come because they want to change their PIN as well. And they know, I'm not going to leave it up to you guys to help me get rich. I'm going to go do it myself.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm telling you, because the train is moving. Either get on it or get out of the way. Because it is moving very fast. You have to understand that.
Don't kiss the same frog every day.
That's right. I've already kissed you all 1,000 times. I can't take any more kisses. I've got to look for new kisses.
Yeah, no, I like the phone story. And he's saying, who's doing the training here?
So, seriously guys, if you're serious about changing your PIN, your main focus is spectacular right now. Your main focus is spectacular. I promise you, if you do these numbers,
Come on, yeah.
you will easily change the PIN. If you're not doing those numbers, you're in trouble. Yes.
Are the bookings unlimited for Spectacular?
They probably will be. Because the venue can only hold a few
Last
thousand
time it
anyway.
was,
Yeah.
yeah, Roach? Or
Yeah.
was it
No,
the
12,000 this.
No, that was for the extravaganza.
extravaganza tickets ran out? But they could because
But
Australia's on fire this year.
The Adelaide Convention Centre is quite big, but it's not massive. It's not like an extravaganza venue. So they probably can only fit. They can probably only fit 3,000 people in the whole venue. So that's why. Again, what's the delay? Why are we delaying buying the ticket? It's $155. Buy the ticket and then work out how you're going to get to Adelaide with it. I don't care if you're driver. I don't care if you're hitchhiker.
Yeah.
You get to that event no matter what. Okay?
Once we get into my work.
Okay? So, really quickly so we can finish up. That's you finding 2. Do you know if you just found 1 more, 3 who get 3 who get 3,
Use.
and everybody just looking after 20 to 30 customers, you're making about $16,000 a month in royalties and bonus. Not including your retail sales. What would $16,000 extra a month do for you and your family? I tell you now, from experience, $16,000 doesn't do anything. It's not enough. It's not enough.
It would help me if you don't want to give it to me.
Believe me, it's not enough.
I'll survive on it.
You will just survive on $16,000 a month. Really, guys, 5 is the magic number. You find 5 serious people who find 5 who find 5. And everybody just looks after 20 to 30 customers. You're making $75,000 a month. Oh, no question. It's only 5. It's only 5. Guys, it's only 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You've got to find the 5 serious.
Oh, serious.
people.
Serious.
Now I've got 6. And I'm going for 10. I've actually got 6. I've already got 6 serious lines in my business. But the duplication, I've got to make sure that they find their 5, they find their 5. That's where the key is. Now, am I going to wait for them to find their 5?
No.
No, that's why I'm going for 10. Rodney Drury, who makes $350,000 a month with
So it looks like
Herbalife,
it's $350,000.
now you can survive. $350,000 a month with our company, only has 6 serious lines.
Who's got 6? Who's got 6? Who's got 6?
Yes. he's got 6,000 people in his organisation.
And you're all in his organisation, by the
We're all
way.
part of his organisation.
All of you don't know him.
I didn't know.
I know
He's got
it's
6 serious people.
Front on the top, the front on the bottom.
Yeah, well, president's team actually. Okay.
Wow.
So he's got 6 serious people, guys. 6 serious people he's got. That's built an organisation of over 6,000 people. 5% of Herbalife worldwide is under Rodney Jordan.
Wow. I mean, those sort of shit.
Can you imagine that?
Really know.
5% of the Herbalife company is under Rodney Drury.
In Australia.
And Rodney Drury only worked hard for 1 year.
And then I can't believe it.
1 year. You know what Rodney used to do? I asked him because I've met him many times. And I said, Rod, what did you do? He goes, I used to take the boxes, walk into shop to shop and say, anybody here wants to lose weight or make money? He'd actually shout it in a shop. And he'd go from shop to shop to shop to shop to do that. And he did that for 1 year. And his goal was only to make $1 million a year. And he achieved it in his first year and retired ever since.
So whilst he was doing that, he was still recruiting and retail.
Yes,
but
because
he's
when he was
still-
doing that, people were saying, hey, oh, well, I wouldn't mind making some extra money. Well, okay, great. Tuesday night, meet me here. Monday night, meet me here. And he'd work the meetings.
Was
He'd
he,
work the meetings.
was he inviting them to meetings?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
They were running
So-
2 meetings a day.
So when he'd say, meet me here,
Yeah,
he was then just giving
inviting
an
them to a
invitation.
presentation.
Okay.
That's right. Oh, you want to learn how to make money? On Monday night at Preston Fit Club, 6:45, there's a presentation on how you make money. And that's all they ever did. And back then, they didn't have the tools that we have today. You have to understand, this is 30 years ago when Herbalife first started in Australia. They didn't have internet. They didn't have mobile phones. You know, they had fax machines. They don't have the technology we have today. They don't have Facebook. They don't have any of this.
So would he use Telegram?
They probably did. Okay.
You would know.
And then
But you know what?
Message in a bottle.
Yeah.
You know what? What's our excuse? Oh, it's too hard to talk to 10 people a day.
I'm too tired or
I
something.
reckon I talk more than 10
Maybe
people a
like
day,
that,
like
yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
And you know what? I can always tell who's working by the amount of people we bring to meetings and presentations. And the people signing up, and more importantly, the people doing the volume. Because volume comes from the people. You have to understand that. If somebody's, you know, I'm in Ahlan. I'm so proud of
Ahlan
you.
was
You're at
so
2,700 volume this month.
Yay!
You know, a lady who's very casual in the business. Okay, she works the business very casually, already at 2,700 volume this month. Hey, today's only the 19th, guys. It's unbelievable. Okay, so what's your excuse? Have a think about your personal volume and go, hang on, gee, here's a Halam, who, by the way, every meeting she's got guests. And today she signed up her guests, right? Congratulations. Okay? So,
Did you become a distributor?
to the distributor.
Not you, Ben.
So what's she doing different than us? She's talking to more people. She's talking to more people.
That's true.
And the numbers never fail,
I'm gonna
guys.
say for the first
The
one.
numbers never fail.
I
I
talked to her,
promise.
sorry, Roger, I talked to her 2 months ago.
There you go.
She kept it with her. I saw her in that course. I gave it to her and
Wow.
You gave her a flyer.
So she spoke to her 2 months ago, and she finally came today. So there's a lesson in that. The work you do today, you don't get paid for today. Okay? That's why we always work things in Herbalife in 90-day plans.
Can I say I feel that 90-day plan's starting to work for me
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
just-
You want to share? You said you were going to share
Like I
something.
said earlier, because working full time is limited, but at the same time I am taking every opportunity at work. Like on Friday, just use that as an example, I had a lady come in and to bring a contract in and she just got a job at our work and so I was going through her paperwork and then she started to yawn and it was at 9:30 in the morning and I said, oh, tired already? It's only 9:30? You know, there's my opening, you know. So it took 10 minutes for her to then, I just, had a brief, chat to her. And I said to her, look, come back in about 10 to 20 minutes and, we'll be my tea break, we'll have a little bit more of a chat. Well, she was there within 10 minutes and brought a friend who was also very tired and lacking energy, so yeah, so I just feel like it's all sort of really happening now and they're seeing results. They're actually seeing the results on me now and the way I'm, presenting myself and just, my appearance because everyone keeps saying, you're great.
I don't recognise you every time you walk in here.
Yeah,
It's
so I
unbelievable.
feel that that's happening, but I think just what I think I'm just doing wrong is taking too much upon myself, rather than just saying, okay, bang, presentation, come, be my guest. I'm sort of taking
You're trying
too
to do
much
it on
of the
your own.
role. Yeah, so
You're trying to do it on your
Yeah.
own. You need to understand this business is a team effort, guys.
so I'm,
You are not the superstar of your business.
yeah.
Okay? Nobody is the superstar of their business. Actually, you want your downlines to be the superstar of the business. I would rather see my downline getting a president's team or 20k president's team than me being up on stage getting a 20k president's team. Okay? Because we want it more for you guys. But if you don't want it, then why should we give our time and energy and soul? Why don't we do these Monday night trainings? So we can lift you guys up so that you guys can get there a lot quicker. It doesn't take you 10 years to go millionaire team. We don't want it to take. We know the shortcut. If you're willing to listen and willing to do the work, we will show you how to get to millionaire team within 1 year instead of 10 years. If you're willing to do it. But if you're not willing to do it, I can't drag you out of bed every morning and say, come on, go talk to 10 people a day. You've got to want to do it. You've got to want to do it. It's your financial future. I'm not going to pay your bills if you can't pay your bills. You're going to pay it. So if you haven't got the desire to get out of bed and talk to people, then maybe you should look at your goals and dreams while you're doing Herbalife. Because your goals and dreams have got to be pushing you to work the business harder. Okay? So here's what I'm going to say before we close the meeting for tonight. Here's the magic number for all of you. You're all got to be focusing on doing 5 to 15,000 volume points a month. Now some of you are going to look at this number and say, that's too hard already. And if you've already told yourself that, you're right. It is hard, because you told yourself that. But if you go, hang on, 5,000 volume points, there's only one supervisor and one success builder a month. I can do that. See, you're looking at the number, but you need to learn that everything you look at in Herbalife, you can break it down. It's like the vacation. The vacation, VIP is 100,000, correct? Yes, everybody knows that? And it's originally a 10-month qualification, right? Now 100,000, even for us with experience, sounds like a big number. But if we go, hang on, divide that by 10 months, it's 10,000 volume points a month, which is 2 supervisors, 2 success builders. Oh, I can do that. If I know 1 in 5 people go supervisor, here's the reality. How do you get 10,000 volume points a month? recruit 10 distributors a month. Because every distributor you bring in the business, whether they work or they don't, is worth at least 1,000 points on average. Why? Because out of 10, we know you'll get 2 supes. You'll get 2 success builders, and the other 6 will die. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. If you know the numbers, you'll cruise in this business. You've got to go, okay, I know I'm going to recruit 10 people a month, 6 of them are going to die, don't worry about them. 2 will go success builder, 2 will go supervisor. That's normal in this business. This is a numbers game. That's what the business is. Do we want these to die? No, we don't want them to die, but if they don't want to work, let them die. What are you supposed to do? We have an opportunity that says, you do this, you'll get this. If they're not prepared to do this, and they want this, they're not going to get that without doing that. It just doesn't make sense. Got it?
Yes, sir.
See, soldier attitude is what Faisal was talking about. And we've heard that, I mean, we've heard that so many times over the last 10 years. Faisal is a 4-diamond presidency. 4-diamond. And we've spoken to Faisal 100 times about this. And Faisal says to me, I just did everything my mentor told me. Kim Broma would say turn right, I would turn right. He'd say turn left, I would turn left. He'd say jump, I'd say how high. He would have a soldier attitude. Now he makes more money than Kim Broma. $100,000 a month. He showed his check yesterday. For those of you who were at the training yesterday. Okay? $100,000 a month in Indonesia. Can you imagine living in Indonesia making $100,000 US a month? You're living like a king.
His wife borrows
Just makes
his
me
card
kiss more
every month
frogs.
on the 15th just for 3 hours.
Yeah.
What's that?
That's, she borrows his card for 3 hours. His ATM card.
Every 15th of the month, his wife comes up to
So,
me, can I borrow your
guys,
card?"
if he can do it in Indonesia,
Really?
what's our excuse?
You can move in Melbourne.
We don't have an excuse.
We
We
don't have an
shouldn't have one.
excuse. Here's what the excuse is. We're not talking to enough people.
That's true. Wallahi, that's true.
And we all know it. Let's not kid ourselves. We're not talking to enough people. Okay? So focus on 5 to 15,000. Now here's one thing before we finish. The vacation. If you're not chasing the vacation, you're not building your business. Whether you're brand new in the business or been in the business for a while, you've got to chase the vacation. That is all we've ever done for 10 years, Elena. That's why we're always on the vacations. Because it's not about the vacation, by the way. The vacation is just a bonus. But for you to produce these volumes, we understood, well, hang on, that means you're getting new supervisors in your business to produce those volumes. So it means your business is growing anyway, and the holiday is just a bonus for doing your job. You got it? So you've got to look at this qualification started from September. Okay? Number one, you've got to be a fully qualified supervisor to play the game. If you're not a supervisor yet, my advice, go supervisor this month, at least you're still in the game. Yes? But for those of you who were supervisor before September, okay, work out how much volume you've done between September and this month so far, November. The volume between there and there. Okay? Whatever you've done, whether you've done 100 volume points, whether you've done 10,000 volume points. Okay? Let's say, for example, that you've done 10,000 over the last 3 months, including this month. Okay? As an example. If you've done 10,000, I would chase VIP. There's actually 3 levels, 60,000, 80,000 and 100,000. Yes? You all know that about the vacation?
Yeah.
This is one airfare, this is two airfares, and this is a VIP package. Okay? Here's what we've been taught from the very beginning in Herbalife. Always chase the biggest. The philosophy is never leave money on the table. If Herbalife wants to give it to you, take it. Such a generous company, take whatever they want to give you. Take the maximum, don't take the minimum. And the reason why I say take the maximum, because if you miss the maximum, at least you take what's in the middle. If you miss what's in the middle, at least you take the minimum. Make sense? It's like the philosophy of aim for the moon and you'll reach the stars. Aim for the stars and you hit the tree. Aim for the tree, you hit the ground. So aim for the highest. So that way, even if you miss a little bit, still got the stars, that's alright. But if you're aiming for the tree, you're going to hit the ground every time. Because you're not aiming high enough. Okay? So chase the 100,000. If you've done 10,000, that means you need 90,000 left. Yes? It's a 10-month qualification. September, October's finished, and nearly November, say 3 months. So there's 7 months left. Divide it by 7 months, which is probably 15,000 or whatever. You got it? That's how you calculate. And so you've got to progress your report. That's the whole idea I did up these sheets for you guys, so you can hang it up on the wall. And as you move up the volume, you go, okay, I've done 20,000, I've still got 80 to go. And work out what you need to do every month on average to finish the qualification. Now, even if you're at 0, like even Salvador, you just went supervisor this month, which means you can only start working towards a vacation beginning of December. Trust me, and we've seen this, all of us know Sokol. I mean, Sokol qualified for the Bali vacation 2 years ago in 2 months. 10-month qualification, he did it in 2 months. 1 month he did 63,000 volume points, and the other month he did 22 or something. Okay? And he just missed, as you can see, that's 80 something, nearly 90,000. He just missed VIP. In 2 months, he qualified for the Bali vacation 2 years ago. So even if you're brand new, you can still qualify for the vacation because you still got another 7 months. Does it mean more work? Of course it does mean more work, but hey, it's worth it. Make sense? Alright, any questions, guys? Did you understand the numbers? The numbers is the most important. Yes? So guys, tonight, I want you to book your spectacular. Your tickets. Okay? If you want to get rich, here's what you got to do. Minimum 2 meetings a week. Minimum 2 meetings a week. The more meetings you attend in a week, the quicker your business will grow because you're forced to bring people to the meeting. Even if you don't have guests, you need to be at the meeting. Okay? Needs you, correct. So minimum 2 meetings a week, 2 major meetings a month. Why Herbalife, why now? And STS. I don't care. Hey, if you're serious about your financial future, these are the 2 meetings you must be in every single month. If you're serious. If you're not serious, it makes no difference to me. And if you're serious about getting rich, 2 international meetings a year. Extravaganza and World Team School. They're the 2 major meetings internationally a year. You've got Bangkok Extravaganza, so you already know which country it's in, and that's going to be in June.
And Paris is in March.
Paris is a future press team. So you've got to do 1 month a millionaire team to come to Paris.
80,000 volume points for organization.
Let me ask you a question. You're all pretty much in my 3 levels. Let me ask you a question.
Oh, no.
If I said to you, just do 1 month of Millionaire Team between now and February, this is the last month to qualify, and I'll pay your return airfares to Paris, how many of you will chase that promotion?
Don't you already get return airfares?
I'll chase her. I'm already chasing it. See, now I got free airfares.
Yeah.
Was it?
You know what I like about this guy? He agrees and he doesn't even know what he has to do. And that's the beauty about it, because he wants to do it. And that's the attitude you need to have. Okay? Here's the reality. The reality is, if you do your first month Millionaire Team by then, you've got more than enough to pay for more than one airfare. But let me ask you a question. If I did it as a promotion, would you chase it?
100%.
Can I just say
Maybe
that
let's think like it's.
if you get 80,000 anyway, you get return airfares.
It's a great incentive. So anybody in my 3 levels,
Record this.
It is being recorded. Oh, it is, but that's his.
there's proof on the video. Mate, we're already recording and it'll be on YouTube anyway. Anybody in my 3 levels, not the guys in Malaysia, because one of you already qualified. Okay. It's for the Australian group. Anybody in my 3 levels who does 1 month of Millionaire Team between now and February, end of February, I will pay their return airfare.
Is it business class?
Open to.
Now don't push it. Don't push it. You're lucky you get it. The ticket's worth nearly $2,000. I've checked it on the internet. It's nearly $2,000 return. So, how many of you are going to chase it? I just want to see.
Yeah,
Alright.
You're not going to chase it, Julie?
Yeah, Julie, there was the first to put her hand up. Okay?
I'm gonna chase it.
You've got to chase everything, guys. If you're serious, if you are serious about going president, you've got to chase everything. Alright, guys, any questions?
Nope.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thanks for
I'll see you all on